Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Underwood Park for this Kappa Queensland Cup quarter-final match between Rochedale Rovers and Gold Coast Knights. The winner of this game also qualifies for the national round of 32 in the Hahn Australia Cup. The lineups for tonight's game starting with Gold Coast Knights. In goal, number 30, Lachlan Duke. Number 3, Brendan Lowe. Number 4, Tyson Martin. Number 5, Sam Layton. Number 7, Ty Cox. Number 8, Shohei Yokoyama. Number 9, Marcus Walters. Number 11, Hassan Tango. Number 12, Shelford Dyke. Number 14, Ramat Nakari. And number 15, Alfie Campbell. On the bench for Gold Coast Knights tonight, number 1, Casey Wendt. Number 41, Daviki Tomioka. Number 46, Ethan Jones. Number 49, Tamaj Jones. Number 48, Sam Stevens. And number 21, Matthew Schmidt. Gold Coast Knights are coached by Scott McDonald and assisted by Dave Proven and Matt Hedges. And for Rochedale Rovers tonight, we have in goal, number 24, Dominic Vella. Number 3, Dom Hallwood. Number 4, Renzo Bozo Zamora. Number 6, Ryan Kavanagh. Number 7, Mitch Roberts. Number 8, Harry Calvert. Number 10, Tim D'Agostini. Number 13, Anton Alexinko. Number 14, Josh Morland. Number 17, Max Sabados. And number 23, Will Hayworth. On the bench for Rochedale tonight, number 12, Elias Ali Shemay. Number 15, Josh Dudley. Number 16, Boston Weber. Number 19, Uru Nagata. Number 2, Lucan LaRosa. And number 22, Imad Ali Shemay. Rochedale Rovers is coached by Daniel Farmer and assisted by Griffin Mansfield Taylor. goal for Gold Coast Knights. Scored by number 9, Marcus Walters. Rochedale Rovers 0, Gold Coast Knights 1.
Cobb looking to cut back. He's got two in his way. Still gets a shot off, blocked by Kavanagh. Yokiyama back for Cobb. Rochedale will get things going. They are certainly capable of pulling it back. Agostini with a slice that still found a shot, but under plenty of pressure, they give it away. Keeping it over the top, looking for the run of Walters. Zamora has Couple of touches and now it's found Walters in space. It's made away, and it is end-to-end football in the opening 8 minutes. Low into Walters, just over hit the pass, and out it goes for a throw-in and a chance for everyone just to catch their breath. Goes to Martin, Barry. Kaneko unable to find a way through Roberts, and here goes Rochedale. A quick counter with one-touch footballs. Looking oh so good until that pass is picked off by Akbari, and here go Knights again. Cobb. Go out for Low, and Kavanagh. Oh, he's not afraid to throw his body around his. Ryan Kavanagh, the Innisfail Tigers junior. He'll have a return to the national stage of the Australia Cup. Scored against Sydney FC in the 2028 edition. He's playing up in North Queensland. Misplaced pass by Horwood, and now here go Knights. Again, Cobb with the fast footwork, trying to get to the byline. Ball to the back, it's headed away by Zamora, and eventually knocked up by Kavanagh. And wasting no time, here goes Roberts. And he win the foot race with Leighton, who's got plenty of speed to burn, and lunges in with a beautiful tackle. Send that one over the sideline, and now Rochedale will bring their numbers forward. If you're not just tuning in, it's been a frenetic start here in this Kappa Queensland Cup quarter-final. Marquez Walters opened the scoring for Knights inside 3 minutes. Near the end of a perfectly weighted cross from Shelford Deas. Now Rochedale, the home side, hoping of causing a cup set. Search for the response. D'Agostini, and all the way through Leighton on that challenge, and Kavanagh was trying to take Walter's boot with him, and that is going to earn him the first yellow card of the evening, and he'll continue to voice his displeasure to Mr. Ahmedovich, the referee. D'Agostini blocks that free kick, but Knights still end up with the ball in their possession. Support for the home side in the crowd on this Tuesday night. And will there be further sanction for that foul as Shohei Yokoyama will get his first and final warning, and Rochedale bench protesting perhaps as much as he thought they might. Sabados, the former Gold Coast-based player. Formerly with Gold Coast United and Logan Lightning. Trying to link up with D'Agostini, but Kendall with the challenge. Doesn't get the job done. Here goes D'Agostini, and he is hoping for the free kick, and you can hear what the assistant referees in the crowd thought of that one. Sort of back end of that passage. Since the concession of that goal, Rochedale have settled in to this match. And to play this game at a quick pace as they have done many times this season. D'Agostini is a key man, but he'll have to stay on his feet to have his desired impact. Trying to find a way through Kemble, the youngster who's been called into the starting lineup tonight. Foul given away by Walters. Very quick to apologise for that one. Rochedale, this is their third time in quarterfinals of the competition that is now known as the Kappa Queensland Cup. Previously it was just the FFA/Australia Cup qualifying. Lofted ball in, too close to Duke, who punches it away. D'Agostini trying to get on his left foot with the skidding effort off the surface. And Walters not doing his defensive work. Sinko racing for the ball, but Knights to it first, and Kaneko is taken down from behind by Roberts, and Knights wasting no time. Prevents Roberts from remonstrating too much and perhaps talking himself into trouble. This is actually the second meeting between these sides this season. They were drawn in the same group of the Kappa Pro Series, and round 3 saw them play out a scoreless draw here at Underwood Park on the 8th of February. They've already had goals and plenty of excitement in the opening quarter of an hour, as both sides are really going for it right now. The action continues in the near corner, and Lowe now takes it towards the box with the outside of the boot shot, which fella probably had covered. Blocked by Zamora, and Knights will continue their raid on this Rochedale box. So the 2 seasons these sides were together in the NPL competition, it was one-way traffic in these meetings, with Knights winning all 4 contests. Look to win another one here, and oh, they are on their way now with Ty Cobb burying the chance with the assist from Yokoyama, and Knights are now 2 to the good inside 20 minutes. And Rochedale just unable to clear their lines, and Cobb lashes it into the side netting. The Knights certainly mean business tonight. Agostini is dispossessed, and it's fair to say Knights have set out to frustrate the 25-year-old striker out of Internacional's Academy in Porto Alegre. Highly rated prospect that Coach Dan Varma certainly thinks is destined for bigger and better things. He's shown in his time thus far in the FQPL with 12 goals in 11 appearances in all competitions, including 4 in this contest. Well, this competition, I beg your pardon. Oh, now turnover is D'Agostini looking to tee up Talbot, and the desperation block from Martin. There, and how is that for defending from the Knights captain? As you see the replay, it was just a heavy touch by Kaneko, and D'Agostini might have gone himself, but instead opted to tee up Talbot. And goes the lofted corner, looking for a Rochedale player, unable to find one, and Knights again looking to break, this time through Cobb. He's watched by Talbot. Kaneko to atone for that giveaway. Able to find Walters, and back it goes for Don Vella, who for the 7th straight game, Varma will be hoping he can complete the 90 minutes, which he has done quite well with the injury to Nick Cowley. And Varma has said that he's got with 6 outfield players on the bench instead of the 5+1 goalkeeper. But should the absolute worst case scenario unfold, he does have a plan in mind with some experience. Well, he's hoping that he doesn't need to call on that plan. Akbari into the box, watched closely as to work it around. Here's Cobb. Deus, the overlapping run again, now cutting inside. Beautiful footwork from Deus, and it's 3. Shelford Deus. Inch perfect strike, and Knights are on their way to a big win. I'm not entirely sure he meant that as a shot, but it goes right into the bottom corner. And Shelford Deus has his first goal of the season and just his 2nd in his Gold Coast Knights career. Talk about making your chances count. Knights have pretty much buried all of their shots on target, capitalised on their opportunities, but for Rochedale, they've had their chances. Just haven't been able to find a way to trouble Lachlan Duke just yet. And Will Warworth asking, will there be any potential further sanctions for that infringement? None coming. This young side. Rochedale, do they have something up their sleeves? Wouldn't they love to get one back before half-time just to steady the ship? A not so subtle shove there from Roberts. Appropriate challenge perhaps for the Stanley Cup final, which is going on at the moment. Beautiful ball again, finding Cobb as looks for the quick ball to the back post. There goes Walters competing with Sabados, and despite the requests, it will in fact be a Rochedale goal kick. It's not gone to plan so far for Rovers thus far, as they find themselves in a big hole they've got to find a way to claw themselves out of, and turnover won't help. Here goes Cobb with Walters in support up ahead, but Sabados quick to react. Agostini is able to pinch the ball back off low. It's Kavanagh for support. Rochedale with that quick ball movement. Still moving quickly, even if it goes all the way back to the defence. Moreland out wide for Kavanagh. Curling ball, and it's curled too much for the Rochedale attackers, and it's claimed by Duke, who'll roll it out quickly, finding Akbari. Walters picking up Kaneko, continuing his run. Instead it goes further out to Cobb, who's in a one-on-one spot, and he'll look to get through the legs of Zamora. Kimball is putting himself in the way. Walters out wide for Akbari, and just a bit under that one. So in 2016 for Rochedale, they lost in round 7 of the then FFA Cup qualifiers, going down 2-1 at Redlands. And then in 2022 it was here against an NPL side, Penn Power. And they lost 2-0 on the night. Well, I suppose if there is a very, very minor silver lining, the 2022 campaign did end with a promotion. Or it did also end with a FQPL Grand Final defeat to a Redlands side that featured their current coach, and it's hooked away. Now Rochedale to turn up the pressure, going for the byline. Roberts. And the shot from Moreland. Can't get by the first defender in Kemble. Roberts getting it back after losing out, and then another sliding challenge. And bodies are flying around at the moment. Agostini looking to put the press on. Launched clear Now Horwath is back defending. Beautiful ball out now for Walters as he's got to find a way around Sabados. Tsinko in support. And Walters with the clipped ball there for Yokiyama with the header, and it's straight into the midsection of a defender. It's still alive though for Knights. Kaneko teeing it up. Deus, can he find a way for an unlikely brace? Kaneko towards the back post, chested down but not completely dealt with until the second attempt, but that clearance can only find Brendan Lowe. Leighton over for Martin. Big crowd in attendance. Rochedale will be hoping for Cup miracle. But right now, things have not gone to plan. Now just tuning in. Welcome aboard. It's 3-0 Gold Coast Knights. Goals from Marquez Walters, Ty Cobb and Shelford Deus. Thus far, James Coughlin here in the commentary booth as we approach the half hour played. Agostini going into his bag of tricks, and a little tug on the jersey by Yokiyama. Go to the replay and just see under there, and under the nose of Ziad Ahmedovich. Again, the ball's too deep, and Duke is able to regather that under no pressure after spilling the initial cross. Forward for Walters, who will keep it in. How Dan Varma was a member of that Redlands side that beat Rochedale in the 2022 FQPL Grand Final. He did also take Redlands as head coach to round 7 of the Australia Cup qualifying in 2023. And speaking to people at the club, they are full of praise for what he's done turning this team around after a disappointing 2024, which saw them relegated out of the NPL. About rebuilding confidence in the holdover players to get the best out of them, and his hard work recruiting the visa players, including Kim D'Agostini and Renzo Zamora. Switching it over Martin, who's forced to deputise in central defence, as has been a big problem area for Knights this season, with injuries and suspensions forcing multiple changes week in, week out in that back line. And back we come for the free kick as the card is shown to Sabados. Just a bit too slow to react to that one. Both fullbacks for Rochedale on yellow cards. One man in the wall for the Rovers. Looking for Martin, not enough height to reach the Knights captain. Forward. First man to deal with that now. D'Agostini to work on low and is able to get by the first challenge. Now faced with Kemble, and Leighton is able to get the ball back. And diagonal ball finding Cobb. Knights going the other way. He's got Walters in support. Ty Cobb. Or will he go himself? He will. Cobb has his second. Knights have their fourth. And it's Ty Cobb finishing the end-to-end counter-attack. And the former Brisbane Raw man, Ty Cobb, buries his chance and makes no mistake. And once again, a ruthless showing from the reigning premiers. Deep discussions on the Rochedale bench about what can they do. To be fair, this season they have had a good record against NPL sides. 2 wins, 1 draw and a defeat in the Kappa Pro Series, along with 2 wins over NPL opponents in the Cup, and it's almost unravelling at the back now for Rochedale as they find themselves in a deep hole. And Leighton is there to clean up and will come a long way back, and it's going to be a yellow card for Shohei Yokoyama for this foul on Talbot as he tried to launch that counter-attack. About all that's gone wrong for Knights so far this evening. Just to get to this stage, Roach. Search for a way back into it. So round 4 was a big win at Pine Hills. 3-1, a heavily rotated side, won at East 3-1. Boston Webber, Harry Talbot, Mitch Roberts on the score sheet that night. And a free kick going away of Knights in a crunching 2-man tackle. And then in the last round, a convincing, dominant win here at Underwood Park over Gold Coast United. That has not gone to plan for Rochedale. And Roberts is fouled as he's taken way away from where the foul occurred. We have 7 minutes until first half normal time is up. Here's Kavanagh finding a rare piece of space. And Roberts, time for the cross just over the head of D'Agostini. And Cobb is able to escape the attentions of Horwath. Nice touches off Roberts. Knights get the throw in. Play over to Martin, and he's having a good time so far tonight, Tyson Martin. Through for Cobb, who would straight offside. As he's chasing a first half hat trick. So he's scored his 5th and 6th goals of the season for Knights after joining the club ahead of round 1. Could feature in 3 Kappa Pro Series games for the Raw to start 2025. There's Dan Varmer and his assistant, Griff Mansfield, working out what to say to their side at half-time, who have been rocked. Some roundhouse punches from Knights. It all began in the 3rd minute. Walters is able to keep that one alive. Deas still on, and at the second attempt at the cross was actually potentially heading goalwards. Vella. Knights' path to this stage, it's been a bit up and down, but we've gotten the job done. It was a 2-1 win over Holland Park in round 4, then a convincing 5-1 win over St George Willawong at the Croatian Sports Centre. And in the last round, they navigated a tricky trip out to Carmichael Park, and by Wynnum Wolves 2-1. Moreland. Forward, it's headed away. Horwath hoping for the free kick, eventually getting it back at his feet as Roberts tries to find a way through Leighton, but lost control of the ball. And the press from Knights is quick and able to get the ball back. Horwath a little nibble at Cobb, but no such luck. D'Agostini dropping very deep to get the ball and see if he can produce a moment of magic just before half-time. Space for Kavanagh to drive to the edge of the box. Straight back across, and Moreland has his shirt tugged by Akbari, and that was not really all that subtle from the Afghani international. I see Moreland looking for the turn, and there was only one outcome, and there is likely only one outcome for this free kick, with D'Agostini seemingly the expectant one to take it, although Moreland and Zamora will also shape up, and so they're going to take it. But how much would this mean for Rochedale? D'Agostini lining up the free kick, 4 men in the wall, and it's straight into the middle of the wall as Rochedale will try and improvise now as it's towards the back post, and Roberts can't direct his header on goal as it sails just wide. Straight off the chest of Leighton. Talbot to measure that cross. Cobb with the foul on Zamora. Goes. Able to keep that one in. It's over the sideline as Kavanagh back to Zamora, and Dom Horwood on the ball. He's made the move to Rochedale after a couple of seasons with Lions, Dom Horwood. Roberts on the ball. Knights sitting back before the pressure as he gets within 25 yards of goal. Roberts on the byline, bends it across the face of goal, and D'Agostini would not have been far away from that. Curling ball in, and no Rochedale player in the vicinity of that one. Yokoyama now gives it up for Moreland, and Leighton putting his body on the line for another blocked shot. And Moreland with a shot, another block by Leighton. Well, Duke might not be needed with the way Leighton is just throwing himself in front of these shots. It was one from Leighton, and that was also the free kick before. Just lashing at it, Josh Moreland, and now he comes over to take this corner as in the second minute of time added on here in the first half at Underwood Park. Many bodies around Lachlan Duke. The in-swing ball goes into the 6-yard box, and it's punched away by the shot stopper, and Yokoyama is felled, but advantage played for Knights. If Walters has the pace to get on the end of this one, he'll go back. Cobb for support in the middle. Akbari getting back to Yokoyama. Kemble, he's looked at home in the midfield since minute 1 as he is called upon to fill in, and that will be the end of an eventful first half, with traffic being relatively one way in favour of Gold Coast Knights, with Marquez Walters opening the scoring, and then a Ty Cobb brace either side of Shelford Dayes scoring his first goal of the 2025 season. It is Gold Coast Knights 4, Rochedale 0 at half-time. We'll be back with the second half after these messages.
In 2014, when ISIS attacked our country, we faced a lot of trauma. ISIS took me and my family, and they killed a lot of people. Thousands of people are still missing, so we had to leave. We had no choice. Me and my family, we were with ISIS for 20 months. We just had to leave. We had no choice. My cousin and my sister, they sent someone over there to help us escape, and he came with a van, just like a small van. 31 people, we all got into one van. It was very hard. We were all over each other. We drove lights off so no one can see us in that village. We were just hoping to get to a safe place. We were just telling ourselves they will see us, they will find us, because ISIS were everywhere around us. When first arriving in Australia, obviously new country, new place, new life, I felt like I was a newborn to this world. It was very hard for me. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know where to go. I couldn't speak the language. That was probably one of the hardest things for me. I felt lonely. Later on, I told myself, I just have to get up and I just have to find somewhere. Find friends, just go on street, walk everywhere, find people, talk to them, and even if I don't know how to speak, just keep working hard. So I started school. When I arrived in Australia in 2018 at Harristown State High School, one of my football academy coaches, he told me that you should become a referee. And I was doing a few school games and picking up the flag and running the lines, and he told me there's a course here in Toomba if you want to do it. Woke up that morning, should I do, should I not, should I do it or not? I just had to make a choice. The course was like starting at 9 o'clock, and I broke up at 10 o'clock, knocked on the door. Hello, who is this? I've registered. Sorry, I know I'm late, but I want to become a referee. I want to do this. Well, once I start the course, obviously, that moment changed my mind. I was telling myself, why did I have to not to come here? Why did I have to be 1 hour late? Changed my mind, absolutely. Changed my life. I was feeling safe there, sitting by 25 people around me, talking to me in a very nice way. I was very excited. Refereeing 100% helped me to become more confident and building leadership. My life has changed a lot. Before I start, the biggest thing is we have to look professional. We have to trust ourselves, believe in each other when we are making a call. If you make a call, just be confident, just make it, okay? We need to believe in each other as well. We are a team out there, we need to look professional and have a good game. Sounds good? No worries. Let's do this. I'm feeling more comfortable, more safer. I've met a lot of kind people. They always help me and support me. I absolutely love refereeing, and it changed my life. I really enjoy it, and I don't do it for money. I just do it because I enjoy it. I do it because I have a lot of people behind the scenes. They help me and support me.
What makes Sully Sully is probably just, how energetic he is, how hard he wants to work for what he wants and everything like that, He fights hard for who he cares about and what he likes and what he enjoys. So when you get in Sully's close bubble, you really get to see him grow as a person and how much he enjoys hanging out with people and doing different things. No matter where you are, you always have a good time with Sully.
I think it was like 2 years ago. I was standing up just there, and I had my friends, Nat and others who were sitting beside me, and they were telling me, will we see you one day repping on this pitch? And I told them, yeah, maybe, hopefully. And see, here we are now.
Yeah, true,
Here we are. So since I've become a referee, first year, I just keep working really hard. And I won an award the first year. On my second year, I got onto the FK Academy for 2 years. And then after that, I won the referee of the year in Darling Downs. And I refereed the Darling Downs Grand Final and went to the National Youth Championship. So big steps for me. And obviously, I want to keep growing and keep building that trust. And I'm always confident when I referee. I take every opportunities that I've been given, and I always take it no matter what opportunities I have. And I definitely want to go further. I want to become an A-League referee one day. I know it takes time. It doesn't matter if it's tomorrow, 1 month later, one year, 5 years later. I want to keep building my trust and confidence and get there. One advice I could give to people is never give up. Just keep working hard. Life is hard, but you have to work hard for it. Don't give up no matter what you do. Just keep trust in yourself, keep building trust in yourself. Take opportunities and do it, because if I've done it, I know how it feels. It was very hard for me at the beginning. I've done it. I know I can do it. I know others can do it as well.
Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Welcome back, everybody, to Underwood Park. It is half-time in this Kappa Queensland Cup quarter-final between Rochedale Rovers and Gold Coast Knights. And, well, it's been pretty much one-way traffic here in the first half. Gold Coast Knights 4-0 up, thanks to Marquez Walters, Ty Cobb and Shelford Dias. We've had a half-time change for the home side, with number 22, Ahmad Ali Sheme, coming on, I believe, for Max Sabados. What does the second half have in store for us? We've got about 45 minutes to find out. In fact, I think... No, it's not for Sabados, I beg your pardon. There's Will Haworth, and we'll have another half-time change in the form of Boston Webber. Confirm that momentarily as the action continues now with Josh Morland on the ball and played early towards the penalty spot, and Duke was alert to that threat. Sabados, the hammer, and he's able to win the free kick for a shirt pull.
Half-time substitution for Rochedale Rovers coming off number 3, John Hallwood, and number 6, Brian Kavanagh. Here replaced by number 15, Josh Dudley, and number 22, Ahmad Ali Sheme.
And there we go. Thanks to the ground announcer, Mark, for the confirmation of those subs. So it was Josh Dudley coming on and Ahmad Ali Sheme on. With a pair of defensive changes. Looking for Haworth, and it's just over his head. Ruled away by Leighton, who has been immense at the back, and the offside flag has gone up against Moreland. And I'll double check this here if it must have been a touch off Haworth from the header, because otherwise Leighton would have been playing it back to him. Anyway. This is the second of the men's Kappa Queensland Cup quarterfinals. An epic up north. On the weekend, with Penn Power winning over Marlon Coast Rangers 3-2 in extra time, or the final score may well have been Nia Joseph 3, Marlon Coast 2, with the impressive Power striker netting a hat-trick. Here's the substitute, Ahmad Ali Sheme. Rangy player, and air swing will give Knights the goal kick. As Ali Shimei is a great story, actually, as he was part of the Raw Academy and stepped away from football before former Rochedale coach Owen Baker brought him back to Rochedale in 2024. And he made an impression on Dan Varmer in the final stages of last season and stuck around and grown into his role with the Rovers. Offside flag has gone up again against Cobb. All right. Looking for a passing option, but nothing presents itself. He goes back to Vela. Sabados. And Vela can do nothing but clip that one over the sideline. Not sure where Scott McDonald is watching from tonight, but he would be very happy with that first half display from his side. With a message from Dave Provan, the assistant coach who has stepped up to the main gig tonight. It'll be more of the same in the second half, please. Dave Provan is the assistant to Owen Baker at Strikers as they went on their FFA Cup run in 2019, making it to the semi-final before losing to Melbourne City. The Gold Coast home for the last few years, teaming up with former Knights coach Gray Piddick at Gold Coast United for a couple of seasons. Very highly thought of coach in the M1. It's Low, calls that one forward for Yokiyama. And the ball into the box, searching for Walters, but can't really find the gloves of Vela. Sabados just plays himself into trouble against Akbari, gets the pass away to Talbot, and that was overhit and misdirected. Dudley trying to contain Cobb, and boot on the ball there. Good tackle. The 19-year-old. They actually made his NPL debut last season against Gold Coast Knights. It was actually almost exactly 1 year ago to the day. 15th of June last year, and here's Talbot on a barnstorming run through the midfield. Leighton again, just finding himself in the right place to make the tackle. Oh, clever work by Walters to get away from Sabados. And plays it behind the intended target. The comeback would be a lot to ask of Rochedale, but if you are looking for any signs of hope, they've scored 4 goals, which they would need to send this to extra time tonight, 6 times in 20 games this season, including in their last 2 outings, although with all due respect to Capalaba and Southside Eagles, Gold Coast Knights are one of, if not the biggest test in the state. Now room for Ali Sheme to drive into the box, and he'll lay it off Martin with the optimistic shouts for a back pass. Well, I think those may have been more tongue-in-cheek than anything. Walters running the ball up. And no free kick signal by Manovic, despite Walters going to ground. Knights happy to take their time at the stoppages in play, as they now are well on their way to a 4th appearance in the national stage of the Australia Cup. As mentioned in the introduction, which some of you might have missed. Agostini with the back heel. Rochedale just to get one back, and Ali Sheme not get enough power on the shot to, there's too many problems. So for Gold Coast Knights, 2018 they made it to the national round of 32 where they lost 1-0 to the Newcastle Jets. 2021 they defeated Edge Hill in the round of 32 before losing in extra time to Melbourne Victory in that regional Cup draw that year. 2023 national round of 16 where they lost 2-0 to John Aloisi's Western United. Walters is just able to keep that one in, as you can see another substitute ready to enter the fray for Rochedale. This young squad has been handed a bit of a lesson so far tonight. Sabados has his shirt pulled by Cobb, and the action continues off the ball, and that substitute coming now in the 58th minute. It will be Elias Ali Sheme.
Substitution for Rochedale coming off number 23, Will Hayworth. To be replaced by number 12, Elias Ali Sheme.
Another great story. Taking your opportunities, Elias Ali Sheme, who until this year was a right back and filled in as a striker earlier in the year when they were still searching for D'Agostini, waiting for his arrival. Bahari plays it over for Yokoyama. Dudley with the tackle, and shall repel the threat. Might be coming back yet again, Akbari. For Cobb is plenty on that one, and some might say a little bit too much. So Elias Ali Sheme filled in as a striker and made such an impression. I feel like it'll be his future in Dr. Dan's system. Barry slice that one away after the whistle. And for Rochedale, it's not a familiar feeling for them this season. Just their 5th loss of the campaign in all competitions. And the second tournament they've exited in the last 3 weeks after being eliminated from the Kappa Pro Series by Moreton City earlier this month. Intercepted and ball through for Roberts. In on goals, Mitch Roberts. Oh, is he tripped up by Leighton? And he was. And this could be a big moment. Sam Leighton is sent off. Penalty and a red card with Roberts shaping up to shoot. Let's go to the replay. And oh, it was Leighton protests strongly, but I've got to side with Ziad Ahmedovich here. As he went in behind as Roberts was threatening to shoot. So now with 30 minutes to go, Knights go down to 10 men. And Leighton is gone. Now debate over the condition of the spotters. You might have heard in the crowd. Here's Harry Talbot, the midfielder, taking the responsibility of the penalty. Talbot taking on Lachlan Duke. And we'll have a substitute just to add to it as well. More time for Talbot to think. Hush falls over the crowd now as Talbot wants to take the spot kick. And Matt Schmidt comes on for Knights. Up steps Talbot and buries it into the bottom corner. The faintest of lifelines for Rochedale Rovers. And Talbot with plenty of time to think about that. And Rochedale are on the scoreboard now against a 10-man Gold Coast Knights. Oh, here we go. Is that the spark that spurs the hope of a Rochedale resistance miracle? Mitch Roberts was felled in the box. Over the top, beautiful ball here now, and Roberts off his line was Duke with a great save. And oh, how quickly this game could have turned. As Mitch Roberts has really come to life in the last few minutes. That tells you all you need to know. That picture with Walters the furthest man forward. For Gold Coast Knights, they are all sitting back, counting on their discipline to see them through. Flicked it away, and Walters getting Cobb, who's stopped in his tracks, forced to play it back. Now Walters continuing his run though, and he's got a plethora of yellow shirts in front of him, but he's able to get the pass away to Cobb. Talbot loses out in that battle with Ty Cobb. Now Walters going back for Schmidt. Campbell over for Lowe. Some of the injured and unavailable Knights players over on that far side.
The substitution for Gold Coast Knights coming off with number 8, Shohei Yokoyama, be replaced by number 21, Matthew Schmidt.
And once again, thank you to ground announcer Mark for clarifying that substitution. First change for Gold Coast Knights. And Kaneko able to sell that to the referee. And Walters to clip it to the back post, too far ahead of Kaneko. Too tight of an angle for a shot. There's Cobb as he'll take the curling effort, and it's straight down the throat of Vella. And look, it is the faintest of faint hopes for Rochedale, but never say never in football. The man advantage and the confidence of getting in behind Knights a couple of times. Schmidt moving forward as played off for Akbari. And this is where Knights are at their excellent discipline best, or frustrating best if you're an opponent. He's just behind Akbari, forcing him to stop in his tracks. And Walters trying to get there, also letting that ball run, and he is gone down now. Walters. Did he cop a wild arm? Didn't look like it was anything deliberately malicious. The Knights' leading goal scorer this season, Kes Walters, 14 goals in 18 appearances. To his tally with his 5th goal in this season's Kappa Queensland Cup. And Walters is now instructed to come back on the pitch. Getting that one to Dudley. The throw-in can be taken. Searching ball for Ahmad Ali Shameh. The ball had crossed the sideline. Day is just encouraging his teammates to get back and offer some support. Rochedale are piling forward in numbers with a high press, and that press results in a goal kick. So some of the names out for Gold Coast Knights tonight. Luke Kroll is missing his 6th game. Jaden Walker, his 4th straight game. Max Brown, 7th game. Brownie man who is, well, he was involved on the weekend against St George, but not playing tonight. Despite with the relatively one-sided scoreline. So this hasn't been an entertaining match so far. Kaneko to Walters as his deflected strike results in a corner. As he is wont to do, Walters was dreaming of the spectacular. He's a player who did attempt a bicycle kick in the 93rd minute of the 2023 Grand Final. Talbot. Beautiful pass there, able to pick out D'Agostini, and he's got Deus for company. D'Agostini coming back on his right foot, looking for some space, and it's headed away by Schmidt. And they're just not going away yet, are they, Rochedale? Women's Kappa Queensland Cup action as well tonight. Score updates from in a second as Cross can only find the gloves of Duke. Walters goes down on the edge of the box, and that is going to be a yellow card for Zamora. We go to the replay now. Just Walters driving towards the box, and it's definitely outside the box. Walters is now back on his feet and looking like he may be the one to take on this free kick. Here's Kez Walters. A bit of space at the back post. He'll curl it and instead go towards the near post into the arms of Vella, who will D'Agostini bring it under control. Moreland from one end to the other. Josh Moreland over for Talbot. Pass no way through Alfie Kemble, who's acquitted himself very well in this second half. Walters feels like there perhaps should have been a free kick there, and low goes flying in on D'Agostini with the late whistle. And the throw in there. So, a change coming up now for Knights as Walters will see his involvement come to an end, and I believe that is Tanaj Kunst coming on in 49, the 74th minute.
Substitution for Gold Coast Knights coming off number 9, Marquez Walters, to be replaced by number 49, Tanaj Jones.
The youth brigade at Gold Coast Knights, who is getting his chance to see some first team minutes this season, Kunst, although he is enjoying a successful spell for the 23s. 7 goals for that side in the league so far. Moreland now trying to get through, but the heavy try, still there for Ali Chamay. And I don't know if he was expecting that back heel, as that could have been almost an inch perfect assist from Moreland. Yes, to his brother Ahmad. With the ball in over the head of D'Agostini, and Schmidt just punches it away. Talbot making the run, and Dudley again with another cross, and Deus with the desperation header. And Roberts never looks quite set as he attempted to take on that strike. A couple of turning crosses from Dudley. Have the outstretched legs of Kemble to deal with on that occasion. We did promise the updates from the Women's Cup action as well. We've got 3 games taking place at the moment. Last check, East 4-1 up over Mitchelton. Offside flag goes up against Rochedale here. 3-0 Brisbane City over Capalaba out at Max Haynes Field, and it is all level in Olympic North Lakes. And Kaneko with the optimistic strike towards goal. And while we're at it, we do also have a match in the NPL that's about to conclude. The final one of round 14 with Penn Power back from the north. They are taking on Moreton City at AJ Kelly Park, and it is the visitors. 2-0 up thanks to Seda Murai and Zach Kierpal. And the lunging challenge from Cobb is going to earn him a yellow card. Like a tired lunge as much as anything from Ty Cobb. And 2 goals and a yellow card for Cobb. I'm going to say he's had a busy night. Another ball now for D'Agostini as he looks to cut back, and Martin doing his defensive duty, and Tyson Martin will be called on again, likely here as Moreland plays it across for Elias Chame, who overhit the pass, intercepted by Kunst, and he'll try and find a bit of space, and Talbot with the tackle that wins the throw-in as well, playing the ball off the legs of the young forward. Ahmad Ali Shame with the cross that is a straight shot when he might have been looking for a bit of a bend on it. Duke will take every second that Jadaminovic affords to him. Nudging the back on Shame is for Rochedale to get a free kick just on their side of halfway. Talbot, let's see, return pass from Dudley. Agostini allows it to run. And the setup pass for Chimay not quite on target. Now Talbot battling with Akbari. These two at the raw together at one point. D'Agostini is able to keep it alive but can't direct it on target. And doesn't that sum up the night for Rochedale so far? Promising in spells, but just unable to capitalise on the chances when they present themselves. And coming up in the Men's Queensland Cup, we've got two more ties tomorrow, both kicking off at 7:30 p.m. It's Olympic against Taringa Rovers in David versus Goliath affair. And then Logan Lightning hosting Brisbane City also at 7:30 p.m. You can catch those games on FQTV. Because what else would you be watching tomorrow night? Knights put that one away, and since going down to 10, they have found themselves under a bit of pressure, but they've handled it about as well as you could expect, especially for a side that is now playing with essentially two makeshift central defenders. Even though when Martin came to the club, he was a central defender. He's since been very effectively repurposed as a central midfielder. If my numbers are correct, he's actually Tyson Martin's 100th appearance for Gold Coast Knights tonight since joining the club. Rochedale, they just keep coming. And the chances of the comeback, they started at minute and they continue to shrink with each passing second. A brief moment just after the hour mark, they would have dared to dream when Roberts won the penalty and Talbot duly converted. And they just haven't quite been able to go on with it. That whistle, I believe, might have come from the field up to the top of your picture. And Olympic have just taken a 2-1 lead in their clash with North Lakes. So here goes Kunst with Cobb in support. Ali Chimay will drive towards the centre circle. To Elias. In now towards the back post, and it's only Matt Schmidt there, as Roberts, I think, was hoping for a deflection. He centres it now. D'Agostini. I think he was ready to pounce on that one, but it went straight to Kemble. It's Rochedale. Again, tries to break down. There's nice defence and a fizzing strike straight into the hands of Duke. Sabados the ball back and Chimay. Sliding tackle from Deus. Ever sprightly veteran Deus is now have one more change coming up, and there may be an early mark for Carson Martin as Samuel Stevens comes on for his second appearance of the season. Agostini, surrounded by 4 Knights players, still able to find a pass. Morland into the box and a heavy touch yet again, but keeping it alive just. D'Agostini busy in the box. Back it goes for Elias. Ahmad Ali Chimay. Kicked it high up, and Duke will bring that one under control.
Substitution for Gold Coast Knights coming off, number 7, Kai Cobb, to be replaced by number 48, Samuel Stevens.
Is the 3 substitution windows used by Dave Provan, who's had a winning start as the interim manager for Gold Coast Knights. And that one is just a bit off target. As the rush of blood is in full effect. We've been asking for it for a while, and Auckland Duke will pick up the yellow card for time wasting. Only one he's happy to take either way. And Rochedale for some form of consolation. Push forward and get a corner for that, as the ball was unable to find its way to Zamora. With 3 minutes of normal time remaining. Chimay going high in the air for that ball. Remaining at Goodwin Park as well. Still 2-1 to Olympic in the Women's Kappa Queensland Cup. And again, Duke so calm in the box. That's one of the penalty. He has been quite commanding in what was just his 3rd game of the season. Casey Wendt has had the majority of minutes. These 2 youngsters work together as Knights continue their quest for silverware. D'Agostini trying to knot it down to his fellow import. Fiery player who has been up against it tonight. Knights have went out of their way to try and close him down, and succeeded in that. Well, for Rochedale, I feel like this young side is a bit of an eye-opener tonight, but knowing full well that there's plenty of promise amongst their ranks. look at this side, all bar one player in the matchday squad. He's listed as 25 years old or under. Ryu Nagata is the veteran who didn't play tonight after missing the weekend's match. But the relative experience of what is admittedly a young Knight side as well. Plenty of players still in their 20s. Perhaps the scary thing is this is a Knight side that still looks like it might be searching for its identity in 2025. They've done enough, sitting in second place in the, fourth place in the NPL. On their way to the semi-finals of the Kappa Queensland Cup, but they just haven't quite clicked yet, you feel, and as the first 35 minutes tonight showed, they can be incredibly dangerous when they do. Rochedale search for one last consolation goal as Duke again off his line well, read that cross perfectly. And just wait. Duke will launch this one up over the halfway line. Elias Shimei is going to play it forward. Teammate, he'll launch it yet again into the box, and Duke with the punch away. Still in as Roberts keeps the move alive. And Dudley battling for the ball as it's happy to sit back and absorb this pressure as Zamora looks for the back heel, but there was no one there to get on the end of it. Return pass from the right post on the far side. As this crowd here at Underwood Park will leave largely disappointed as they entered this match full of confidence and daring to dream. They had no answer for a first half blitz from Gold Coast Knights. Shmei trying to go around Kaneko with the cutback into the box, but Knights just have too many bodies there. And oh, so close off the curling effort. D'Agostini goes close, and all we can offer is a frustrated expression. And it's just surely a matter of seconds now as Stevens gets on the ball. Laying it through for Kaneko. Will he launch it into the box one more time or just Find out the remaining seconds on the clock. And the decision is corner for Knights. And perhaps fearing another time-wasting yellow card, Knights will eventually go over and take the corner very short. And it's confirmed. Gold Coast Knights into the national stage of the Australia Cup for the 4th time since 2018 with a convincing 4-1 victory over Rochedale Rovers. They also move on to the semi-finals of the 2025 Kappa Queensland Cup. Marquez Walters, Ty Cobb and Shelford Davis, the goal scorers for Gold Coast Knights. Harry Talbot with the second half penalty. The consolation for Rochedale Rovers. That's going to be it from Underwood Park. Make sure you tune in to tomorrow's other quarterfinals on FQTV. I'm James Coughlin. Thank you for your company and good night.